I wasn't invited to my daughter's wedding party. She said she didn't want her guests to know who raised her. My daughter Emma called me 6 months ago, absolutely crying tears of joy about her engagement to Michael. We'd always been incredibly close. I raised her completely alone after her mom abandoned us when Emma was just 3 years old. Through every single school play, every teenage heartbreak, every college application essay, every late night crisis call, every doctor's appointment, it was just me and her against the entire world. When she first told me about the wedding over dinner at our usual Italian spot, I immediately started getting excited and planning everything in my head. "Dad, you'll obviously walk me down the aisle, right?" she asked with that same bright, innocent smile I'd seen since she was little. "Of course, sweetheart. It's going to be the most perfect day. I've been dreaming about this moment since you were born." I spent weeks researching father of the bride speeches online, getting my best navy tux professionally fitted and tailored, even secretly took ballroom dancing lessons at the community center so I wouldn't embarrass her during our father-daughter dance. I was so incredibly proud of the amazing, successful woman she'd become despite everything we'd been through. Last week, I was at the tailor's shop making final adjustments to my tux when her future mother-in-law, Patricia, called me completely out of nowhere. "We really need to talk immediately," Patricia said in this ice-cold, condescending tone I'd never heard her use before. "Emma finally told me the complete truth about your rather unique family situation, about you raising her alone because her biological mother couldn't handle the responsibility and just walked away." I was genuinely confused by her attitude. "What situation exactly are you referring to?" "Look, this wedding has some very important, influential people attending. Major business connections, high society families, potential career opportunities for both kids. Emma's worked incredibly hard to build her professional reputation in the finance industry, and having a single father who, well, let's just say it doesn't exactly fit the polished, sophisticated image she's trying to project to these important people." My stomach completely dropped to the floor. "What exactly are you trying to say to me?" "Emma specifically asked me to have this difficult conversation with you instead of doing it herself. You can absolutely still attend as a regular guest, maybe sit in the back somewhere, but she's made the decision to ask her stepfather, Robert, to walk her down the aisle instead. She honestly thinks it looks more traditional and socially appropriate for the kind of upscale wedding she's planning." I felt like I'd been physically punched in the chest. "Her stepfather? You mean the guy who's been in her life for maybe 3 years total? He's properly married to her mother now. It just makes significantly more sense from an optics standpoint." I immediately called Emma with hands literally shaking, barely able to dial. "Please tell me this conversation never happened." Long, absolutely devastating pause. "Dad, Michael's family connections are really important to my entire career trajectory. His father could potentially get me into the best investment firm in the city. I just need this one day to be absolutely perfect in every way. You understand, right? It's really not personal at all." "Not personal? Emma, I taught you how to ride a bike in our driveway. I stayed up all night when you had pneumonia. I worked 3 different jobs to pay for your college tuition. I know, and I'm genuinely grateful for everything, but this is about securing my future. These people need to see me as someone who comes from a stable, traditional, respectable background." I hung up and walked to my kitchen table where the elegant wedding invitation sat unopened for weeks. For the first time, I actually read it carefully word by word. It said, "Mr. and Mrs. Robert Richardson request your presence." Her stepfather's last name, not mine. My own daughter had completely erased me from the most important day of her life.